Yo, what's up people? It's me on Shock, bringing people some more content. So for today's video, I'll be making a video on discussing what proves your skill in Brawl Stars. Okay, so this is a very opinionated and a very complex um subject to talk about because inside of Brawl Stars, there's not many things that prove your skill. In other games, there'll be certain milestones or achievements, but unfortunately, in Brawl Stars, a lot of that is just time consuming rather than skill required. So yeah, we're going to be spectating some random people, and we're going to be discussing um some things, at least in my opinion, that proves your skill. So for one, in Brawl Stars, you need to understand that there are servers, and servers have different difficulty. In EU servers or Asia servers, it is harder than AU or China servers. Now there's NA servers, and each server is different, so each rank has different value to each server. For example, a 2K in AU would be like a rank 35 in EU, because thing is, it's kind of hard to compare what would be equivalent, but the skill to get a rank 35 in AU compared to EU or NA or Asia is, and to get this, like for AU servers and China servers compared to all the other servers, those two servers, AU and China, are definitely a lot more easy. So it's definitely really hard to compare like a 2K worth a rank 35 in EU or a 2K in NA worth a rank 35 in EU or whatever, because it's just really hard to compare that because of different metas, times, matchmaking, everything. So we're going to be listing the things that show that you're skilled in the game and things that potentially can be a case to show that you're good at the game. For one are montages and your best plays. In my opinion, these do not prove skill at all, because you can do it 1,000 games and get one good match. Do that 7 times and you've got a montage of 7 really good clips. It'll make you look like a god, but instead you spent hours and hours trying to get that while pathetically failing other times. That's why montage channels don't really, in my opinion, prove much skill, because the problem is you can easily fluke it and just look like an amazing player. It's all about consistency, and if you're not consistent about that, then, well, then it doesn't really prove skill. But if you are consistent about it, that completely proves skill, and that is a talent, because, yeah, just montages, getting great plays after great plays is not easy. So next is experience level. If you're level 200 compared to level 100 and you have identical profiles, it's harder to say which one is better. Now, experience doesn't really mean too much. It doesn't really show that a player is better than another player, because a player like Tom starting global launch and is better than most of the players that even started in beta. He's an amazing player. He's from EU. He has every brawler ranked 35, and he's the 2019 world champion. He's one of the 3, and he started in global. But there's some people that have started way before, spent way more time on the game, but are way worse. So you see my point? That factor doesn't really change your skill level. And now rank 35s is a different story, because proving that you can get rank 35s is one thing. Proving that you can get a non-meta rank 35, now that proves skill in my opinion, provided you're in a server that's not China, AU, or potentially even NA, depending on the way you look at it. Like if you flush matchmaking, then it can be easier, but it's still a really hard server. It's not like, compared to Australian and China servers, it's definitely much harder. So getting a rank 35 in using a non-meta brawler in a game mode that doesn't favor them. For example, somebody got a rank 35 Shelly before she was really good for solos. That proved skill. Getting a rank 35 in solos, a rank 35 8-bit in solos before Extra Life was removed, that doesn't really prove too much skill compared to getting a non-meta brawler rank 35, just because a non-meta brawler really proves that you can, deal with meta brawlers while there's meta brawlers everywhere, and yet you still come out victorious, which really proves skill, and that's a really good way to prove that you're a good player, and a good symbol showing that you're a good player. Problem is, you can get carried. If you're a Crow and you have a Surge and a Gale, when Surge and Gale were both overpowered, and all of a sudden you you get carried by these two amazing brawlers, well, it doesn't prove that you're a good player in any circumstance if you get carried. So you just got to look at it that way, and there's many views to look at it, but the problem is it's just you can get carried, which is a big issue. But if you do your part, and if your teammates say, yeah, he did amazing on his part, then then yeah, it does prove skill. Now, another thing is getting every brawler rank 35. That is extremely time consuming, but quite unnecessary. If you can get a non-meta brawler rank 35, so if you can get a support, if you can get an assassin, if you can get a sharpshooter, a healer, lane brawler. Basically, if you can get one of each type of brawler rank 35, then that would pretty much prove that you're good enough to get every brawler rank 35, as long as you get a type. Okay, if you get 5 rank 35s, it doesn't mean that you can get all of them, unless those brawlers are different, they play different roles, and you perfectly play that role, then yeah, it's consider that you can get most, if not most, all of the brawlers rank 35 for sure in the game. So okay, we need to find somebody to spectate. This is like the hardest part of this video, finding somebody to spectate. Anyways, so next on the list is time. If you go onto a website called brawlninja.com, then you can put in your ID in the game and you can check how much time you've put in the game. Okay, so the thing about this is it doesn't really prove skill. Once again, with the experience level, it doesn't really prove that you're an amazing player. And the problem about that is that you can put a lot of time into something but then not get good at it. You can be a slow learner, or you can be a fast learner and get really, really good and spend only 500 hours and be one of the best players in the world. So another thing that for some reason a lot of people get threatened by are skins. And this is like a bit of a meme, but for some reason a lot of people think that like, if there is a skin in the game, all of a sudden it's a great player. If you get Underdog and you're versing a default Gene, a default Jesse, and a default Frank, rather than an evil Gene and a golden Jesse and a golden Frank, all of a sudden people are like way more threatened. To be honest, I'm not too sure why, because skins don't really prove skill. Yes, it can be a threatening factor to show that people spend money on the game to get that, or they've saved an incredibly long time, but that doesn't prove skill, and for some reason people to this day get threatened big time. I've talked to people and they'd be like, oh my goodness, no, we're versing skins, this is a good team, and then we just thrash them. It just doesn't prove skill. And then you tap onto their profile and they've got like 2 rank 22s, rank 21, and then just the rest are rank 20s, and they just don't get high up, but they've got every skin because they've just loaded a bunch of money on the game. And for some reason, a lot of people always mistake that as like somebody being all of a sudden like a great player because of that. So yeah, in my opinion, the one thing that proves your skill is the server and getting a rank 35. So if you're in a really, really hard server like EU and Asia and you get a non-meta rank 35, consider yourself a really, really good player, because that's impressive. So say you get a rank 35... Let's go Gene. I've seen a few people get a rank 35 Gene in solos. That's mad impressive. That's really cool. If you got a rank 35 in solos and Gene, let me know in the comments. That's really impressive. I know somebody that did. He used to carry me in the game. But anyways, so yeah, so consider yourself, if you get like a rank 35 Gene in solos, in Asia servers or NA or EU servers, that consider yourself a really, 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 really good player, because it's non-meta. You got them rank 35. You're gonna be in a decently hard server or a hard server. So yeah. Also, another thing is carrying / support brawlers. So if you're like a poker and that's your only rank 35, maybe you're just not really, maybe you're just getting carried by your teammates because all you're doing is healing. So yeah, just take that to consideration. But overall, in my opinion, to prove that you're a good player and to get better at the game, I would say just grind rank 25s. Once you can get 10, 20 rank 25s, grind for a rank 30, keep on getting rank 30s, then grind for a rank 35 once you've gone 30 rank 30s. Okay, that's my opinion, that's my tip. You're going to get a breeze. When I got my rank 35 8-bit, it was easy as heck because I was good enough for it. I didn't know I was good enough for it because I never really tried. But then when I tried, I crushed it, and it was fairly simple because I just got to that skill level, but I pushed further so I could get good enough for it. and I got way further good enough. In fact, I actually wanted to get a 1500 8-bit, but when I got to the time to it and when I was actually going to do it, unfortunately, Ozos were added, which kind of defeats the purpose of doing that, because then that means that it's not really impressive. But yeah, I really hope this video did help you out to seeing if you're a good player. Now, just know something: if you're in EU servers and you have like 10 rank 35s, or if you're in EU or Asia servers and you have like 10 rank 35s, 20 rank 35s, that's fairly solid. But yeah, that's really good. So if you're in those two servers, that's really good. So yeah, that's going to wrap up today's video. I really hope you did enjoy, and I really think not think, but I really hope that you learned something from this video. And with that said, have a good one.